Guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the best commander pairings for training and the commander pairings that I use and the commander pairings that you should be using for sure. So the first one, obviously QSH. The second one, YSG. So full circle level commanders. And the third one, Achilles. Again, full circle level commanders. I suggest QSH should be maxed so as YSG full circle AoE, and I would not recommend maxing YSG in any way possible. Even if you're gonna be trying to get QSH YSG, just go for Zhuge because he's better than YSG. But I had him maxed so from KBK2 itself, so that's why I'm just going ahead with him. And then we have Achilles. Again, max would be great, but 5511 is a decent commander. And then we have Nevisky. 5521 is what I'm using, but again, 5511 should be great as well. And then we have Mina. 5511 is great, but I would recommend you to have him at 5551. And I don't think any of you would have him at 5551 or like maybe 5511 because it would either be maxed or unmaxed completely. So if you have a max, must use commander for sure. And then we have CC, obviously because of his healing in the end, and again healing from his talent tree, 500 healing. And we have Richard, 1400 healing from his first skill, which makes it a lot easier. Unlike CC, almost max him. You must max him to get to that skill, or you need to be really lucky. So yeah, Richard is also a good commander to be using. It's the best since KVK 1, and I don't see him like not being used in any particular KVK. And then we have Hera for his shield and AoE and healing as well from his talent tree. So he's an all-in-one commander. Can't believe that. And then we have Huo. Would not recommend investing into him at this point because Achilles is there, GG is there, Arthur is there. So, I mean, if you're not resetting him, you must use him with Hera as well. And coming down, we have just Martel with shield plus healing again. So 300 healing. So basically, every infantry commander that has defense has 300 healing. And this guy has shield as well. So can pair up with any shield commander with full circle AoE would be great, such as Hera, and I can't think of any other commander with full shield AoE, full circle and shield AoE. It's just insane. And then we have Alexander the Great. He can be paired up with two commanders. The first one, Hera, because this guy needs healing and as well. No, this guy does need healing actually. So he does need healing plus full circle AoE and shield because this guy does have shield as well. So about for 2 seconds, I believe. No, 4 seconds shield. So it's decent. And then I believe Hera has 5 seconds. So where is it? Yeah, 5 seconds. So again, great. But Hera should be primary and Alex is secondary. It's just insane marches right there. And then we have Zenobia. She's basically a lady version of Richard because she has the same amount of healing as Richard, 1400, and that is great. And then we have Zhuge Liang, full circle AoE without any skill, without any skill investments into him. Unlike YSG, you must have him maxed to have the full circle AoE. And then we have CY again, full circle AoE plus healing, actually double healing. So we can see he is defense, but as well archers as well. So he does have 300 healing from his talents. If he's your primary commander, trust me when I say this, you're gonna be cooking in KVK when you're chaining honor. Because he does healing, mighty healing, 1400 from his first skill itself, with a full circle AoE, and you have that's two in one, and then you have healing again from his talent trees. That's three in one. And then we have BQ for his tankiness, and then you could only pair him up with CY again. And then we have shajar. She is a must-have commander. I don't care what you say at this point, because if you don't have her, you're a noob. absolutely noob. Because if you're gonna be chaining, you must have her. Like for sure, you need her. Because 1111 shajar is just insane. I'll show you what I mean by that. 1000 healing factor, actually 1250 healing factor without even spending one gold head on her. Could you imagine that? That's just insane. And 511 is 2250 healing factor, which is just crazy. And if it falls below 60%, I believe, these commander troops takes 10% less damage. And yeah, when it's reduced to 60% units remaining, mighty healing factor, large portion that too, 2500. And if you have a last skill max, that's 5k. So if you're going to be using her for chaining and you have her max, there's no way in like the whole of the game that you would need to recall her when you're chaining. Because that's just insane amount of healing. And coming down, I think I've covered all of them except Sunsdu Prime. You can use him again, only pairing him up with CY obviously, because this guy right here does 3k damage. Insane, highest amount of damage, and needs less requirement of rage. So he gets his rage cycle quicker, which means he's going to deal more damage more times, which means it's going to kill the barbarians really quicker, which means you could do more barbarians, chain more honor. It's just crazy. And these are the marches that I sort of have in my inventory as of now. The marches that the other marches or the other commanders that are there are mostly from leadership or archers, I say, because we have Machias. He has full circle AoE, but no heal, I believe, which is 2400 healing. Sorry, 2400 AoE damage factor, full circle as well, which is crazy. So that's one commander from leadership which has full circle AoE. And then we have Lapu Lapu again, full circle AoE. That's two commanders with 2k damage factor. And we have Tedora with 300 healing because it's defense with full circle AoE again. Three commanders right there. And then we have WU with 500 healing factor. Not really a great commander to go for, but it's just low healing, I mean. So you can use her, but you would need really strong full circle AoE commander as a secondary commander with full T5 march as well. And that's three marches, three commanders as of now that I don't have with full circle AoE from leadership. And then the fourth one is Hera. Full circle AoE with 1200 damage factor and shield and healing. So shield plus healing and AoE 3 in 1 again. And now for archers. So we have CY as I showed you, 1400 healing, again double healing from his talents and his obviously his full circle AoE as well. I don't believe except Boudica Prime, no other commander has healing I believe from the archers that I haven't unlocked yet. So he has 800 healing only if her last skill is maxed. I wouldn't recommend you or anyone to sort of invest into her at this point of time, like 2026. Not really, don't go for it. But if you do have her max and you're not planning on resetting her, you should be using it because it is a tanky march. And then we have cavalry. I don't think any of these have healing, but CC does, Mina does, any peacekeeping commanders do. And we have, what is it, infantry. So Richard has healing, Charles Martel has healing, and Zenobia has healing, and even Pyrrhus does have healing, but he's not really a good march to be using, but he can be paired up with Hera as a pair, and it could be great. We do have Gorgo, does have 300 healing, and you could pair her with Hera again and be using that pair. It's just great. And Liu Che as well. You could pair Liu Che with CY. Tankiness and healing, just great. So that's for the infantry. And I've covered archers, cavalry, and interrogation, not really. I mean, I've seen Mafu been using Bodica and Hera as a pair. I don't know how that really works out because it's an epic commander with not really good amount of AoE healing. So I wouldn't recommend it, but I must say go watch his video where he uses it. I actually don't know how that works, but I'll double check. So that's the commanders that you could be using. Now for the commanders that I use. I use these two pairs and the other pair as well, which is Richard and Hera. I'm going to be making huge changes and stay tuned for that because I'm going to be making that change on, I believe, the second. And there's going to be a live. I'm not quite sure if there is going to be one, but I'm going to be trying for a live on the 29th because there is fighting at 16:36 UTC. And so now for the best commander pairings that you should be using. Mina, CY, must use because it does a lot of damage to barbarians, 50% damage, and does have healing as well, and AoE, great march. And then we have Zenobia plus Zugel Young. We have Hem Richard with YSG, and then QSH, Shajar, or Achilles and Shajar is just great. Everyone's been using that. And finally, Charles Martel, and then we have Hera, and going on to leadership, Theodora can be paired with sort of Lapu Lapu or Matthias full double circle AoE, so it deals more damage with full T5. It's just crazy. Or you could pair them up with Philip because leadership does give support as well. So great. And then we have archers here again. Good. Boudica could be paired up with Liu. Sorry, Boudica could be paired up with Zhuge Liang, and that's just crazy. So those are the marches that you could be using, and I've I'll probably be showing you in the mail format of every single march that is possible to be using as for chaining, and then I'll be showing that in the next video because this video would be too long if I did that. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. See you on the next one.